Yo.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Marvin Lattimore.
Uni Francis.
And this is another edition of Welcome to My Hood Film. Uni, was cracking, brother?
Cracking, bro.
Oh, man, we're doing good. We're back again. It's been a little bit since we did Juice.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple weeks.
Yeah. It has been. But it's springtime.
It's all around, yeah. Hopefully it'll get, we'll probably get more ratchet or whatever.
Yeah, probably get more ratchet. The weather will eventually start warming up out here in the tri-state area, you know what I'm saying?
The true games will begin, I imagine.
True games will begin, yep. The parties will start. And we got ourselves a real treat today, folks. So if you're new to this is Welcome to My Hood Films podcast. Thank you for stumbling upon our channel, whether you're listening on any of our podcast streaming platforms that we're available on, or you're watching this on YouTube. We appreciate you. And if you've been here before, we appreciate you coming back. Sorry about that. We're in the studio, so things move around. But
the ladies are doing their hair next door.
Yeah, that too. So,
good for them, honestly.
Yeah, good for them. Make their money, legal money. But we got a movie about unlegal money. So what we do here is
illegal money.
Excuse me, illegal
it's
money.
Fine. We told you it's been a rough couple of weeks.
Yeah, movie dumbed this down a little bit. So this is what's going on.
Definitely did.
The whole point of the show is that we get somebody we think is not from the hood, and we show them a movie that is based on the hood, because that's what we do. It's a slept on genre known as hood films, with some good movies and some bad movies. And this movie weirdly is in the middle for some reason, and we're gonna find out what it is as soon as we introduce you to our guest. Go ahead and state your name, cuz.
Hi guys, my name is Thomas Smart. I'm a comedian in New York, and it's my fourth time in the Bronx. So happy to be in your hood. Nick of the hood.
Yeah. I love the fact that you have a stat of how many times you've been in the Bronx.
I did 3 shows here.
Nice.
My fourth time.
Nice. When it were the crowds? Was it hood?
Oh, it was great. Yeah, it was at the Boogie Down Grind on Hunts Point.
Okay, not too far from where we recorded.
He's from Jersey, folks, so there's no reason for him to be in the Bronx. So 4 times makes sense.
Yeah, that's the point of where we're going. Yeah. Thank you, Uni.
No, yeah, good. Thanks for.
You don't want to go dang, you don't come to Bronx? It's far.
No, it's I mean, I come if I'm booked.
Yeah.
He said I'm gonna come if I'm booked.
Yeah, and then one time I was here, literally, I saw a guy put a crowbar into a car. So I said, yeah, this is a great neighborhood to be in.
The old school stealing way? Yeah.
No. It was
BX, baby. You already know. So
it might have been his car. You don't know.
With the crowbar?
The keys.
He's like, I just need help, man. Let my keys in there.
Well, I remember too, it was the car I was in, the lights flashed on him as we were turning, and then he goes holy shit.
Oh.
So I don't know if it was his.
Spoken like a true Bronx native right there, Uni, with the save.
His car.
Could have been his car. You never know.
Both from the Bronx.
Yes,
because we talked about Tommy's Pizza, and I said how I have to try that pizza. There's a pizza place around here in New York that apparently has a really good pizza over there.
Ooh, that's a tough argument, brother. There's a lot of, New York. One thing about New York is we gonna argue our local pizzeria.
Yeah, I'm just saying, that's the one that's on my radar. I'm not saying it's the best one. I haven't had it.
Okay, no worries. I hope when you do go there, I hope you like it. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
So you come from Jersey. So have you watched hood films before we showed you the one we showed you?
I mean, it's not a big genre that I do watch, but everything from Boys in the Hood, and I think we even said Do the Right Thing can be considered into one of those. So I'm not averse to the genre, no. Yeah, I think those are the big ones that stand up in my mind, and some other early Spike Lee movies. I think Spike's is my entry into that kind of a world, if you could consider it that. So
yeah, I like the way you answer that. I mean, because
that's your approval.
It's like
good. I'm glad.
Spike. Spike. He introduced a lot of people who even people that lived in the hood. He introduced them to what the hood is and helped them. Well, not introduce them what the hood is. More to say he just gave them a relatable thing to see on screen.
Sure.
Sometimes you're like, oh yeah, it's cool to see black actors and actresses, but it's even cooler when it's yo, I went through the same thing. Oh, that's my neighborhood. Oh, I know where that's at. Stuff like that is sometimes mad cool. It's so weird when you think about it. We'll watch a movie that's if there's a movie that's the setting is the Bronx, whether they're actually filming in the Bronx or they're just on set, you'd be surprised how many people sit in the theater and be like, oh, I know where that's at. That's over by Jay's, man. That's over by Jay's drink. And you'd be like, yo, you're hype about it. So, that's a Spike's good for that. So, but this movie we showed you had nothing to do with Spike Lee. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So let's unravel that. What was the movie that we showed you, sir? Do you remember the title?
If
not, I got
Avenue
you.
Hill.
Blue Hill Avenue. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Blue Hill Avenue.
Directed, I think, by Craig Ross Jr.
Yeah, you were actually.
Yeah, written and directed by Craig Ross Jr.
I gotta give you props for that because you were actually looking this up before we even usually we Google it right here and now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate you, man. This movie came out in it came out on my birthday. Damn. It came out on July 13th, 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah, what came out that year?
2003?
Yeah.
Oh, this one says 2001.
Oh, that's crazy.
I got 2003.
Or 2000.
Yeah, because let's see, release date.
Oh, maybe it was
No, you're right. You said that because it says 2001 here, and then it says release date here, 2003.
the internet.
They don't even know. They don't even know, folks.
2003. Go ahead.
I was gonna say maybe it's a theatrical. I don't even know why.
Some of the big
difference.
movies in 2003, if I'm right, I remember. I think one of the Lord of the Rings films came out. If not the last one.
2003 was like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, nobody was trying for this.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, one I never heard of it. Like,
yeah. What else was out there? I know the spy movies, like the genre of there was like a billion of them.
Yeah,
everybody thought that. Hollywood thought people wanted like more spy movies, so you had like in 2002. I mean, you had.
Okay, so it was showing at a festival. Then it got the regular release date in 2003.
Right.
Oh, there we go.
That's probably where it got that award for like best black movie or something.
I mean, he's not wrong, folks. It's like
No,
real
it's
black
not because
awards.
it's like best black movie.
Like Black Reel one. You never heard of it. Let's just say that Black Reel Award thing. God damn it, it's one of those.
You can tell them it was
Okay.
WNCP.
So just to answer your question, in 2003 we had movies like X-Men 2, aka X2. We had the first Johnny English, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, Charlie's Angels 2, Once Upon a Time in Mexico, The Medallion with Jackie Chan, The Italian Job remake.
You can stop now. They get the point.
The Matrix 3, Kill Bill Volume 1. Yeah, you're right.
And Shanghai Nights. I got Overshow.
Oh yeah, Shanghai Nights. You're right. Shanghai Nights.
That was me.
Bad Boys 2, Old Boy, Ben Affleck's Daredevil. So yeah, there was
There was a lot to go from.
There's a lot to go from.
Yeah.
And that
was
was
like 20 movies before I had to hit this.
and that was just to name a few. Yeah.
My feeling is now, not having done the research on it, this is like a movie that would have a life on the rewatch. So like on BET or on another kind of streamer or kind of cable channel that would have it like play it like late.
I don't even think they ever play this on BET.
They might, but it might have been like a Saturday afternoon when they know nobody's watching it. Everybody's just outside. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, but like
Where did you see it?
Showtime.
That makes sense. Now Showtime, they would have some BS on there sometimes.
Showtime, but
That's why
Showtime.
HBO used to be with the ass.
Actually, that's funny because Viacom owns Showtime and BET. So
don't even. Oh,
Dude.
man. Oh, see?
Or is it Paramount? One of the two. But either way, it's yeah.
Yeah.
they was like, just show the Showtime tonight and maybe, or BET probably saw it and was like, somebody else can have that.
Was it like regular? Right, basically.
it's not good.
Was it regular Showtime or was it like Showtime?
After Dark or
Some shit? Nah, it's like,
no, for real. I'm like, was it like?
I don't even mean to shit on it like that.
No, it was regular Showtime. It was regular Showtime. Some of the people you might recognize in this movie is.
They didn't get a theatrical release. So like, where the fuck did they show this?
We had Alan Payne, who you've seen in movies like New Jack City. We've had Michael Taliaferro. You've seen him in some movies. I think he got served actually. Clarence Williams III, God rest his soul, he was in it.
Yeah, he was a great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Who else we might also know? Brandon Hammond. He was a little kid that's been in a lot of movies like Soul Food and stuff like that. So there was a lot of Pooch Hall was in the game. TV show. So there was a lot of different movie actors and actresses in here, but these are the main ones that we actually like know.
Heard of? Even I've heard of, like, I think it was like the lead, Alex.
Oh yeah, Alan Payne. Yeah. No, he's probably one of the most notable ones in the cast. So yeah, we don't really know. You said it didn't go to theaters, right?
No.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about budgets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or if they made it back. We do know there was a budget. We just don't know how they made it back or if they even cared. Yeah, it could have been. No, 2001. I mean, yeah. So if you're going by the release to the public in 2003,
dang, he was a vampire in Brooklyn. That's crazy.
What happened?
Alan Payne was a vampire in Brooklyn. That's wild.
He was. So, could you tell us in your own words what you saw in this film? What was it about?
What did I see?
Yeah, what was it to you?
To me?
No right or wrong answer.
No, of course. I'm not afraid. But, I mean, in a way, it was kind of sort of and this is like giving it much better praise, like The Town, but with black people. You know, with Ben Affleck, because that was shot in Boston.
Yes,
and
it was
about a little crew that would pull off heists or pull off small crimes. And granted, this was about them selling drugs, crack in the neighborhood. But there was this, just basically this crew that was on the come up, and things happen when people want more out of that life, and then there's always a girl that wants to get out of that life, and I mean, but it just so there's a good material there, but I just don't think it really hit the land, really hit its mark of where it could have been if it was had more money, in the hands of a more capable director than Mr. Ross. All due respect, I don't know anything about his other work. So
he got better stuff after it.
Yeah?
He directs some stuff that actually is pretty good.
Yeah, because one thing I will say about the movie, I don't want to jump in whatever categories he had, but I think that some of the photography was actually not bad.
Yeah, it was some good shots.
He thought he had, they definitely thought they had something.
I mean, listen. He's being analytical. I'm going to keep it real. This shit was too long.
No.
If it was an hour and a half, this shit was way more fire. So
no, I agree with that. The pacing was terrible.
Yeah,
after the 35-minute mark, people were like, "How much show do we have left?"
Just so much stuff happens.
So are you saying that the movie, the only thing holding the movie back from being great was the title?
No, not great. No.
That's why I was like, wait, because you.
I would say it's holding it back for being in good territory.
Oh, okay. That's why I was like,
people love this goddamn movie. We ain't curse out, whatever. I don't care, but I've seen 92% Rotten Tomatoes. Like, damn, okay.
Yes, it did get a 92%.
I feel like the pacing's too bad for that to be a thing.
Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes is a little weird when it's aggregating that score. What I did see on it was IMDb Pro. There was a 6.3 rating.
That's way more honest.
That was more honest. Yeah.
6 is a little.
That's way more honest.
Yeah. And even then.
Yeah.
No, it's like a D.
Okay,
that's pretty.
That's good. Yeah. This is a D.
Oh yeah, I was thinking 5. But okay.
Wow. Okay. No, that's fair. I can see a 5.
Because it wasn't really the pacing to me. It was more just
the insanity.
Yeah, it was just too
insanity.
I get where they were trying to go, but the insanity.
The insanity what makes it funny.
Yeah, I told you I was gonna get crazy. I saw the movie. I didn't see the movie when it came out. I saw the movie. So maybe that's how I ended up seeing the movie, because it came out in 2003. I was in college, and it randomly came out. It randomly came on Showtime. So I guess around that time it was fresh.
You already in the crib.
Yeah,
I watched it.
Yeah, I was in the crib. Yeah, I was chilling with a lady, and we watched it, and we were both sitting there like, "What? What's going on?"
Did she like it, or she was like, "What the fuck is happening?"
She was in the same boat. Like, what is this? Like, why? Why is the guy from New Jack City going this hard? that's all you're thinking in your mind. You're like, why? That's not the guy from New Jack. At first, we thought is this a movie about the guy from New Jack City, just starting a new life?
Nah.
And then we were like, no, he died. So we're like, what? We're like, what is this? What's going on? So they start the movie out as kids, and how these kids they're they roughhousing, and they're just 4 young boys in the hood.
First of all, it starts out at the end of the movie.
Oh yeah,
then it flashes back
until
that bullshit. Well, whatever, it's fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh right, they had that there's a climax, the climax of the movie to start with.
Yeah.
Which a lot of movies do.
Yeah.
And it goes back in time, and it's like a hood sandlot.
To 14.
Yeah, 14.
And Maybe this is where I messed up, not anticipating how crazy it's gonna be. They had a basketball game. They whooped the 17-year-old's ass because you wouldn't. Not all 4 years. Nice. It's Brandon Hammond. The dude has like been what, 4 foot his entire life?
Yeah.
He's not Muggsy Bogues out there, with it.
Yeah.
Okay, but why did they beat the 17-year-olds
For $20.
For $20.
That's what they were coming back.
They got to split $20 between 4 of them. Like, it's
Yeah.
not even worth playing ball. I'm not playing ball for $5.
No, you're not.
No, but when you 14, $5 go a long way. You be hyped.
Did it though?
I mean, they won the fight. It got respect.
Well,
No. That's not what I asked. Though.
The movie takes place, I think, in the 70s.
In Boston. Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
70s,
Oh,
so
right,
$20 does go.
Yeah.
a long way.
All right. Never. You're right.
That was
Good
the
catch.
70s.
Good
Yeah,
catch.
no, and I only know that because I looked it up. You wouldn't know by watching the movie.
Right.
They do a horrible job of like
'cause
telling you where you are in time.
In time, yeah, because they don't even tell you how old they are by the end of it.
Yeah, there isn't really anything. I guess the cars,
The cars, kind of.
kinda.
Yeah,
But then
he
the
looked like he
cars-
had an older caddy.
The car's pretty.
And they
much-
were using like kind of really old cell phones. Would they even have cell phones back then?
No, cell phones came into play in like the 90s.
Yeah,
So you can assume they're like all 30 something at the end of the picture.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking too. Because I'm guessing 20 years passed.
But no one else aged. Like the people who were old in the 70s.
Yeah,
didn't
Yeah.
age.
yeah. Only the
yeah.
kids, only the kids
kids
aged
got
and
old.
grew up. Yeah, and everybody else.
Also, I think it was to coincide with like when the crack epidemic hit.
After it, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the crack epidemic hit in the 80s, so he's saying it's the 90s. So by then it was already.
No. If there was kids in 71, 14, 12 years,
Oh.
that puts it in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Late 80s.
Then maybe they aren't 20 years older. I just
No,
assumed
they're
They,
not
I was about to say, they
They're
in their
26.
20s there, so.
Oh,
They're
okay.
26. They're in their mid 20s.
That means the game
Okay.
has been bad to them. Because only 2 of them look like they was in their late 20s.
No, they're all in their mid 20s.
No, but,
No,
I'm
but
saying
what
all
I'm-
the actors are probably all in their 30s.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what made
I'm
me
just
think
saying, black don't crack, brother. And
Yeah,
them four
yeah.
look like they've been through some shit. They didn't look like they was in their 20s. They look like they was pushing 40.
Yeah, they're drug dealers. You ain't see the fat boy sweating every night? He literally sleeps in a shitty room wearing pajamas, pink pajamas, and just sweating all night with his gun next to him. He's not doing well. It's all facade.
Yeah. Those gangsters don't do very well. You
No,
work
they
really
don't.
hard.
No, normally they do a little, just a slight better than that.
No, but like when they're freaking out, you only see the good. They only give you highlight reel. They're not gonna show you when they're freaking out.
Yeah.
In their crib,
Nah, this
curled up in the
movie-
ball.
He's right. This movie did take the time to show you.
Yeah, they did. I'll give them that. The
lot of
horrible cases,
paranoia.
they'll show you like, damn, that doesn't look like it's having fun.
Yeah.
We're the bitches. I mean,
Yeah.
there's some bitches, but even then it's like, it's mostly like trauma.
Yeah, because to give y'all the names, is four guys in the crew.
Yeah.
The main character, Alan Payne, is Tristan. Michael
The Brain.
Talaferro is Simon,
The bad boy.
who's aka the Muscle.
He was in a bunch of shit too.
William Johnson, right? That was Ebone.
yeah.
Ebone and let's see here. What was it?
Money.
Oh, Young Money. Oh no, Money. Sorry.
Money.
Yeah, no, because that was they put in the casting for one of the kids. They put Young Money. That's all like Young Money.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
Money,
funny.
Ebone, Tristan, and Simon. So mind you, Simon, who's a big guy, there's a scene where they're kids. He almost gets hit by a high-speeding car.
Oh
And
boy, talk about this.
They reveal later like what happened with that high-speed car and all that, how everything came full circle.
This
Yada yada
movie is
yada.
overwritten. They got subplots that
Yeah,
don't need to be
subplots
there, but
that
it's
don't need to
fine.
be there in 2 hours.
Yeah. I'm not gonna.
He almost gets hit by a car. Tristan saves him, and he's like, very thankful, obviously. But years later, you come to find out that like this guy like wakes up in cold sweats every day because of the fact that he almost got hit by a car.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he can't be traumatized by it, but it got to a point where even Tristan at one point when they were adults was like, "Yo, it's been 12 years. You still."
Still on
Still
the car
thinking about
thing?
that? Oh yeah, that was the only way I was able to tell how much time passed because he says that. He does
Okay.
say it's 12 years. You're right.
They said it in the beginning when they did the time jump. Okay, I heard it. All right.
So all right, so they are 26.
Yeah.
Damn, it was.
I was looking for like
man.
a subtitle or something where they say like.
I think they said at the beginning.
Not in hood films.
Yeah, sometimes though. I feel like,
You ain't getting that
they
text.
said it. They said it.
You ain't getting that text. You just gotta pay attention.
Yeah, you do gotta pay attention sometimes. Hey, that's how they keep you engaged in a way.
You just sit there like, how old are they? You gotta wait for a scene where he's like, I'm almost 30, man. Come on. You're like, what? I didn't know this was going on. You've been talking for an hour, bro. But yeah, so those type of scenes, like Uni said, is where they actually do sit there and they're like waking up in cold sweats. They don't know who to trust. They're yelling at their loved ones. Like, it was a lot of stuff that you would see in movies like Goodfellas and The Departed and stuff. But this is like not a rarity in hood films, but they did go a little more in depth than they do in your average hood film.
Yeah, it's a little more cerebral.
Yeah, a little more cerebral. Yeah.
Than
yeah.
Shoot, bang. This bang shooting up. The bang shooting up is awful.
Oh
it's
yeah,
some of the worst gunfights I've seen
You can tell they didn't have any
on
money
screen.
because they would like
Yeah.
cut the black.
Yeah,
They were insert like a black.
but they're so long too. I'm like, you're not doing anything, and it's long for no reason. Like no one's hitting
nobody's
anything.
shooting anybody.
Yeah, they shouldn't be missing. Everybody got plot armor. Their bullets might as well. I watched until the very end when they started getting fucked up.
I just felt like every shootout they had should not have been that many bullets wasted because they were all like in point blank range.
Point blank range.
You know, I'm not the greatest marksman, but I would at least caught 2 people.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't catch him in the chest,
Yeah.
I would at least caught him.
You might not hit where you're telling you're going to graze them or something.
Right.
No one getting grazed.
No one-
They're not even dodging.
They're not even dodging. They were literally just standing there waiting until somebody got hit.
And so, I think they also had guns that would like, and the guns were firing more bullets than those.
They had other guys out
Yeah.
Uzis and it was still getting blasted.
Dudes
Like,
had
come
Uzis
on,
and were
man.
missing.
No, they were like
At least give everybody the same gun.
They were like firing pistols and they were coming out like Uzis.
Yeah, with shots.
Oh, yeah,
Machine gun shots.
Yeah,
Because
like,
they kept pushing the trigger button. That's it. That's it.
how much bullet?
No, a lot of bullets were wasted. They should have put that at the end of the
You
credits.
know, cops coming. It's in broad daylight.
Like how they say, like,
everyone's walking around showing.
Like how they say no animals were harmed in the making of this film or something.
Yeah,
It should be
right.
like a lot of bullets were wasted in the making of this
Right. I don't think it was just
That might have been,
bro.
you know, you were mentioning before there was like a gunfight, and then you see people like walking on the sidewalk.
walking.
No
Yeah.
problem. That might have been just a problem with production and like continuity, where they just had people in the shot. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
They were like, we're good.
We're outside. I mean, like bystanders watching a production, but just walking like in Boston somewhere.
That's true.
Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, you're not wrong because
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was a shootout where after the shootout, and you're right because after the shootout they showed people just walking down the street casually like
Yeah.
they're done with the shootout. But then you're
No!
because that's how they were walking. Like, okay, everything's done. We're gonna go to the store now. This is the perfect time. They're leaving.
Right.
But it was like the shots were too loud to not do that. Yeah. Because
Maybe
they're
the
like,
headphones
I think
on
they're
blast.
I think they're shooting a film over there. All right, cool. We'll just go to the other side
Bro,
of the
ain't
street.
not
We'll
a
be
camera.
fine.
You would fucking see
Yeah.
you know what? You
They
would
got
see
an
a
email
trail.
later like, could you sign this waiver form, please?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was just that kind of film. So yeah, who was a character like you was rooting for in the movie? Like, just somebody you was
No one to root for.
like, it's my favorite character in the film type vibes. You know what I mean?
Well, I didn't. Like Tristan's just a bad guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to like reveal here, but there's like a couple of things where I'm just like, he wouldn't do that if his girl told him that. Like, he wouldn't be. You know, I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything. I don't think anybody really cares.
No, I think it's fine.
Well, all right, go just spoiler. When his girl says she's pregnant, and he just like dips.
Right.
You wouldn't do that to your girlfriend if she found out that she was pregnant.
Hey, there's a lot of scumbags out there.
No. So he's not a good guy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's not,
Oh, okay.
not
Yeah,
inherently
yeah,
a good
right.
guy.
Not inherently a good guy.
Yeah,
Right.
you do certain things that are just not, you know, like that thing matters. I'm thinking as a writer too.
Yeah.
Like just like the guy, you can't have your hero of the movie be like that and have him be sympathetic. So he's
Yeah.
not. I think honestly the only character that I think I kind of liked was like the guy. What's his name? Simon, the big fat one.
Yeah.
Oh, Simon.
You know,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's the nicest guy, and he's the most sympathetic, you know. And then you know his story is terrible. He's the only. I mean, he's a fucking murderer too, but he's the nicest guy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and then the other guy, like, what was his name? E-Book, or whatever. E-Book.
E-Bone.
E-Bone.
Yeah.
Oh, Psycho.
He's like the one guy that got some pussy in it, you know, the movie. He's an asshole too.
Yeah.
They're all like, and half the time I didn't even really know their characters' names. You know, that's how you know a movie's not good when you can't remember anybody's fucking name.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, I think I'll just go with Steinman because he's like the Bobby Bacala, you know, Sopranos.
Yeah.
Who he's the nicest guy, but he's still a fucking murderer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, money. So in the beginning, see, it's funny because in the hood we'll call people money. Not just as a nickname, just as a term of like that person.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, the character money in the movie, in the beginning of the time skip, they do show him getting chicks. They show a girl when it's a funny part because we were watching it on Tubi, folks. So Tubi lets you know like that ad break is coming up, and they didn't care at what point in the movie that the ad break was coming up.
Yeah.
They just threw it on, which is fine.
They say network television, but they used to care. Like, all right, we can cut
They
it
were
here.
like, we'll find a certain point. Yeah.
It's 36.8 seconds.
Yeah. They were like, not this time.
It's a robot doing the editing.
They're like, we got bills to pay, so.
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes you'll like even on TV you'll watch something and it won't even be like a scene break. A guy will just be walking into a room, and then they'll go to cut the commercial break, and you're like, listen, you really killed the momentum.
Oh yeah, that's when the game started changing. Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, they did.
But Tubi took note of that and was like, we're gonna jack it up a notch and make it worse. So basically, that was where they cut the commercial. So he was explaining how everybody was in the business now, and what they evolved and what their roles are now that they've grown up and taken control of the game. And basically they were saying like Simon's the muscle, he controls all the houses because nobody's messing with him. Mm-hmm. And then they said that inside, Money was like keeping an eye out on everything in house. Mm-hmm. And then there's a scene like right at that moment where he's getting some sloppy toppy from a lady, some of that fellatio, you know what I mean? And then he hears like a random sound and he's like, what's going on over there? And he's just chilling like getting a blowjob. So they all got their share of ladies. I didn't really see Simon, but they all got their share. You know what I mean? But Simon was waking up in like velvet pajamas and stuff, so who knows? But I think that's why he got killed, because he opened the door. He's like, yo, it depends on what pajamas this dude wear. I don't know, man. If he looks like a thug, then it might be a tough time. But once he opened the door with them velvet pajamas, yeah, the guy that killed him was like, man, listen. You know what I mean? There is a scene we want to highlight too. I think you should be the one to tell it because you called it out.
What scene?
The Star Wars scene.
Oh!
Alright. Was I in the room for this? Star Wars?
Yeah. Where he was like, I'm your father. And
word.
I just called it the Star Wars scene. That's fine.
Word. No, that's fair.
It's okay.
This shit is crazy, y'all. So, alright, so first of all, the movie starts. You start off with three friends. I gotta go back because then you don't know. One of them gets killed, so they crying about it. So there was a fourth person got killed.
The fifth person.
Killed. Well, remember the movie starts.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Simon's already dead by this point, but now you have to see how it happened.
Oh,
and
man.
First of all, there was a pimp. He showed up in the beginning of the childhood, gives the dude some money, gives him some bad advice. My hoes never stop hoeing or something like that. Goes about his business. You don't see him again for the next hour, 50 minutes. All of a sudden, he just pops up one night, like, hey, I want to talk to you about some shit. So he's paranoid because he just had a nightmare dream about getting hit by a car again. Puts a gun to his cheek. He busts him out, like, let me sit down, come in. Can I get some drink? He's like, bro, why? It's 4 o'clock in the morning, which is... You shouldn't be letting nobody at 4 o'clock in the morning. Why would
I probably would like, yo, bro, I'm gonna holla at you, bro.
Yeah.
I
think
we don't gotta talk.
Yeah, I'm not being woken up.
Yeah.
Cut off at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
I think.
Go ahead,
because
it's a cut off at 10 p.m. You gotta go.
So this dude was like, all right, he said, what you gotta say, whatever, sit the fuck down. So this asshole tells him, like, hey, listen, your mom was a hoe. She was out here hoeing and shit. And he was like, listen, duh. I'm not an asshole. I figured that shit out. I'm going to gotta say some more shocking shit. Then he was like, I already saw it coming, all right. What's gotta be more shocking than your mom was a hoe? Well, I know what the father is. Like, it was you, isn't it? Duh. And he's like, I'm your father, Luke. Here is the fucking proof.
I'm your father,
Mine
Luke.
present
Oh yeah, he even had the
fatherability.
DNA.
Had
Yeah,
the
yeah,
DNA test on deck.
I didn't know you can get the DNA test on deck in the hood.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could get it on deck in the hood.
Oh, that's.
What you think?
these little.
How you
You
think
gotta
Maury-
go to the
yeah.
same shit you go to, jackass.
Yeah, Maury. How you think Maury had all
Yeah.
the joints already?
I gotta go to the county and get my shit.
Yeah,
Just like anybody else.
just like everybody else.
Yeah. And he got
but it's
his
funny you
shit.
bring that up.
Yeah.
No, I've never seen that in a movie. Darth Vader didn't do that.
Hey man, you never see a
So
lot
Darth
of
Vader
things.
didn't do that.
Because Darth Vader has the Force, so it's like, yeah. I'm gonna mentally project you. Yeah, that don't make no sense. So like, motherfucker, how? Prove it to me. Aren't you a robot? Thought you were a robot this whole time. Luke is weird.
And he believed him.
Yeah, he did believe it.
He just kept believing
It's
him.
a good scene, but I'm like,
He was probably the only guy who was age appropriate
yeah.
to be his father. In that universe.
Yeah, but he hit him with the Uno draw 4, like, actually, here it is.
I'm just thinking about it now because y'all got me thinking about like.
Then it's not even done. It gets worse. This motherfucker starts coughing. He's like, no, he talks about, I mean, promise to your mother that we will know the truth before one of us die, which is in sick foreshadowing. So he starts coughing. He's like, damn, you sick, Pa? He didn't say Pa. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
He's like, you sick, man? I go get you some water.
Do you think Simon actually
No, he-
believed it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because
No,
they
he
knew-
definitely-
they
no,
knew-
it's true.
They knew that he was vulnerable to that.
Yeah.
And that also, if you don't know who your dad is and somebody comes out of nowhere and says they are, especially if it's somebody that you were kind of cool with.
I mean, they kind of foreshadow it because, like, why would this pimp even give this
him
one
money,
kid
yeah.
money?
Yeah, he just gave him money to survive.
But I wish they would have did it instead of having like 40-second, 5-minute long dialogue. You could have short more of that, sown the seeds more of that throughout. I guess they couldn't because they did a 12-year time jump.
Yeah,
Whatever.
He caught him off his emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then this dude smooth come out with the gun. I don't even know where you were hitting it. You didn't check him? Why didn't you check him?
You didn't check him.
Because he trusted him.
He trusted him.
I guess so.
No, it's 100%.
I mean, he had a gun to his face. How much do you trust him?
Enough to put his guard down for 2 seconds
Yeah.
before that's his dad.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Luke did? Did Luke like guard come down a little bit?
I guess I'm in opposition. I didn't think you would be the one to kill me.
Yeah.
I'm expecting some
Yeah.
thug.
That's what
I
happened.
don't know.
Now,
So-
that's actually like a hood question because I am curious. Were like people like drug dealers and like pimps like father figures, like people who didn't have parents or
Shit, I don't know.
Drug dealers, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know about the pimps.
Yeah.
That's because I'm just curious because I've heard that before.
Yeah, because like, look,
Yeah.
like for
That
example.
shit's very niche. I didn't see a lot of pimps.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was
That's
like.
a
Drug
hard
dealers,
business
maybe,
to do.
but pimps.
Yeah, you gotta really
no.
be.
You gotta really have that kind of time.
I'm just
Yeah,
wondering.
you gotta. Yeah.
Unless the pimp is like, I'm going to teach you about the business and you will grow up and take over when I go. Unless that happens.
Okay.
I ain't
You
never
know,
seen
there's
that
that.
movie.
But I never see that movie. Yes. I've never seen that movie.
I seen a drug dealer passing on the game to the other one. I ain't never seen a pimp pass on the game.
Like
to
if
a
you
younger
like
pimp. That's crazy.
one of the most notable examples is like Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne when he grew up, Birdman took care of him. So that's like his father figure. It's not
Word.
his dad, but that's why he credits him when he grew up. Like, and he made a whole album like Father. It was called like Father Like Son, him and Birdman. Like, honest to God. And yeah, so there are
Funny when you
examples.
say it out loud.
I know it is, but there are examples of that. So that's why I said that's a real life example versus a pimp that was like, listen, I had enough time to sit down and raise this person to be the heir to my throne. You know, I don't know how true that is, but I'm sure there is one.
No, I don't know if it sounds silly, but you know, I never didn't know that. Was
No,
a
it
thing.
is.
I don't think it's. Oh, you saying it's
Oh,
silly?
the pimp raising pimp? Yeah, that's silly. Nah, come on, man. I don't know. Because you have to get new women. Women ain't drugs. You can't do same. They go eventually age out the game.
Yeah, then you gotta get somebody else.
So it doesn't even make any sense to do that.
Knowledge on a hope.
Yeah.
Anyway, what you need to?
Sorry,
Virginia?
like, you got
No, you go.
it's OnlyFans now, so that shit ain't even like the thing like that.
Yo, honestly, I'm thinking about something that's mad funny because what y'all just said that I'm like, yo, imagine which Star Wars was it where he revealed he's the dad? The second one? Or
No, 5 episode.
Episode 5? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
imagine.
thinking, like the second one in release one.
Yeah,
Oh, my bad. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I was thinking that
that's
in the
true.
release order. But yeah, he got it. I'm thinking like, imagine if like when he said that to Luke, and Luke's like, no, it's not possible. And Darth Vader's like, those are DNA tests out of him. Like, while he's hanging on, like, oh, he's right. He's right. Oh my God. Cass would have been like, he lying. Nah, he just threw that DNA test.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
This movie is over.
Yeah. He knew he wouldn't believe him. Like, hey, listen, here's the proof right here.
Damn.
Yeah.
You gotta drop it on the shot.
You gotta drop nothing.
Drop on him.
But that is the main difference between a hood paternity reveal and a non-hood. As you see, all it took was Luke Skywalker to just go, nah, I kind of believe him.
I searched my feeling like you told me to.
I'm gonna trust in my heart, and I'm gonna believe him. And now Darth Vader's a good guy and helped me out in the end. Versus this movie where he's like, I don't know, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, it's kind of shady, and he had to throw a literal letter down that goes like, oh snap, he's really my dad.
This is like the shitty version of that. Like, the dad didn't actually kill you.
He actually killed you.
And then he was just bad writing where he's just like, I'm sorry, my son.
Yeah. And he didn't like just kill him, like he shot him multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was also thinking, like, if you were it's a sick thing to think about, but like if you were gonna kill your kid and you had reservations about it morally, you wouldn't do it like a mob hit, be like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
You just like do it once, I would imagine.
Right.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Well, they wanted to do the reveal.
Well, while he was bleeding out, that's when he killed him.
Yeah.
He was bleeding out. My man was having a seizure, and my man was like, "Shut up, yo."
Yeah.
Shut up, yo.
Yeah. And
then
then
he put a thing there, the TW.
Yeah. And then
some foreshadow so they could figure out what it is. But
that was lame.
That was lame. That was some cool shit. There's no way you had enough. You did this, like, like you weren't nowhere near a wall.
He was trying to write Twinkie. And didn't have time.
And it was just like a T and a W.
Yeah.
And that was enough for Tristan to be like,
Tristan's a genius, man.
No, he's a genius.
He's a genius.
The cops was like, his fat ass just wanted food.
It was Twinkie.
It was Twinkie.
oh, that's fine.
How did I not guess he was trying to write Twinkie?
Then of course they killed Twinkie and he said it's savage. He said the worst thing in the movie.
That was a savage line.
Yeah.
So he said Tristan was gonna kill Twinkie, and then he said, "Why did you kill your own flesh and blood?"
But Tristan knew because he's a genius.
Yeah.
He's like, because he want to do that. That's his father. How the fuck you know?
Yeah.
How the fuck you know?
Yeah, how you know? Exactly.
Unless he kept on giving money, he put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
But you ain't show that in the movie, so how I know?
And what was Twinkie's last words?
Oh, what he said.
Was it because he didn't look nothing like me or something like that?
Said, he ain't look nothing like me.
Yeah, because he said, "Why would you kill your own flesh and blood? Because he ain't look nothing like me."
Yeah, like,
all right, you gotta go.
But he like, it was so savage. He was like, God damn it.
Yeah, he had to think about it.
You had to kick him.
Yeah.
To even, and then he shot him.
Yeah, he had to think about it for a minute.
Yeah, he like
that was a savage.
Yeah.
And they just.
He was so angry that his body, he was in shock from what the savagery he just said about his friend he just got murdered.
Also, shout out to the hoe that he was with that was actually fighting for him to stay alive.
Yeah, she was trying.
Most hoes in movies will just be like, they'll wait till you get killed.
Finally.
Yeah, and they'll be like, oh my God. They'll play it off like, oh, and then 5 minutes later be like, wait, I don't gotta be there no more. I'm gonna go. Cops is on their way anyway. I'm gonna be out. This one literally sat there even after they left, and thankfully they spared her life because they knew she wasn't gonna tell.
Yeah.
But she just sat there like, yo, we was just chilling. Like I was minding my business. Also, they came in on some real Batman vibes. Like they all just came in and just like they did some real stealth op stuff. I'm proud of them for that. They did. They did a lot of stuff.
No, even then it was a dumb shootout.
Yeah, yeah. You would think by now people just would. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, bro. It's a well-known fact, and I can't really give you a percentage number, but if I was, you know what, I'm gonna say 91%. 91% of hood films do not use silencers. It's weird, but it's true. You would think that one person would at least come through with a silencer because they did that whole stealth ops move to still shoot loudly.
No one wearing masks ever.
No one wears masks. They shoot in broad daylight. They shoot 6 feet within each other on some non-COVID line shit. Like they just be like, oh, fuck your social distance. But they don't use silencers. It is the weirdest thing. Me and Uni have been doing this podcast for 4 years, and we have yet to see at least 2 or 5 movies.
Maybe it costs too much money in the prop department
to get a silencer.
That's the only logical thing, because like, Just it's just a silencer. Just turn it on. Just turn it on.
Or at least get a pillow. They was in the bedroom. They could at least got a pillow.
Yeah.
They was like,
I mean,
nah.
I guess in a gunfight you're not gonna do that, but goddamn, like.
Yeah, but you got a guy dead to rights, you know.
Yeah, if you're gonna like shoot somebody, like
What happens to the bottle trick? They can't do the bottle trick sometimes, where you put the thing in there and they're supposed to muffle the blast.
That's what I'm saying.
They can't do none of that, bro.
There's so many options. I get it. Udi's right. When you're already in the shootout, you don't have time to get it ready. But if you were in a room, they had enough time to walk up the steps and go, yeah, I can't wait to get this sucker. And they didn't. I'm sorry. You get all this good drug money. And at least one of the first several things you can buy is a silencer.
If you can afford a caddy, which Tristan,
you know what I mean?
Can afford a silencer.
You know what I mean? Also,
I was going to ask before, how much do silencers cost?
Yeah,
you probably look it up. I can't imagine
enough. They got money to call it enough.
I don't
you know what I mean?
I think
it's affordable for them. Is what I'm saying. Also, strong second place, very good runner up. They don't have silencers. They also never invest in bulletproof vest. They can get drugs from the finest parts of the world, but can never tell themselves, you know what, I should probably walk outside with a bulletproof vest. You know, tomorrow could be my day. Never do. They just go outside and they do what they did in Blue Hill Avenue. They literally are right here just shooting each other. Not even just those three things. There's never a scene where they go to like a target practice. They just know how to use the gun off the rip.
Listen, maybe they learned in between the 12 years we didn't see. You got good at it.
Well, that was just ridiculous. I even wrote in the notes here, like, when they were 14, and they're just like, we're going to corner the market.
That whole 14-year-old saga was insane.
Yo, talk about optimism.
We forgot all about that bullshit. That's the whole movie in and of itself.
Visions for the future. We're going to corner the market, man.
First of all, they started smart. First of all, it just went downhill like within a week.
Smart, you're right.
They started off very...
And they were able to, like, successfully kill all his people.
It all started because the uncle was lazy and he just want to get his own drugs.
Basically. And then they robbed.
Like they probably eventually would have found a way, but I feel like this is like a snowball.
Yeah.
Because the uncle didn't want to go get his own drugs, they went there, saw a principal come out to smoke joint. There just happened to be a fight by faith, like it's fucking episode 1, and it just said Anakin on his way. The two guys come in and fight. So they take some of the weed, like, we ain't gonna pay for this shit for this guy, which I'm like,
then they found the
damn, you stealing from your regular? You kids are savages. You grab even more weed, little savages, like, yo, we're gonna get so high, like a smart kid. That's what I would have did. Tristan's a genius, boy genius.
We can sell it.
Fucking Tristan Dexter's laboratory, he was like, I'm just gonna, like, we can just sell it.
I think like a lot of people like kind of, I don't want to say, if you grow up in that world, you kind of like know what the deal is to go, start selling it. But then there's this one guy that's all right, let's actually do it.
Yeah, there's always
gonna be one. Yeah.
Pressure and shit.
But I would have been the other ones like we could just get insanely high off this for
like he was that 1 out of 4 kid. Like I'm just gonna flip this. Like all right, man, that sounds like a lot.
Yeah,
but he did, which is like first of all, these guys had a whole ass lab in one of their rooms, and it's small.
Yeah.
I'm like, aren't you living with your parents?
Yep.
Where are the parents? No, okay, whatever.
Baby, they don't care.
They're
like, yo, you still alive? Yes, sir. All right, cool. Let's say it, bro.
It's not in the closet. It's in the whole room. You know, I can see like, hey, you got your closet. Because I know dude try to like, I'm going to try to sneak it on the side garden somewhere. I don't know. I can see that. Not your fucking room.
Yeah.
Just letting it happen. Okay, so whatever. Did all that. Then they're like, okay, we're not going to obviously get killed because we know who owns the block. We'll just sell them to school. And that's smart.
Yeah.
That's how you got little homegirl who you trapped since 8th grade.
And she was like, it's not bad if you just sell it to
Yeah. But started off already wrong.
So
you were doing so well, and then you folded, and you kept folding.
I needed a scene where the teacher tells the girl like, you were going to be a promising writer.
Hilarious.
You were going to write some of the greatest literature of the 21st century.
Maybe she did. I don't know what she does for work.
She did write some great literature. She wrote that letter. She wrote that letter like, I'm about to be out. These cops are coming.
That just didn't make any sense to me because if she was like, that whole line of like, you said you'd be out of this by now. Go legitimate. And you're like, he's not going to do that.
No.
Like she should never got with him in the first place. I don't like her character. And then at the end of it, she was she sucked because she was just like saying like, Oh my god, no, I don't want to be around with somebody who's like, buys me jewelry with drug money, and then even though you're kind of cute, and then they start dating, and then he just thinks like he's not gonna start, he's gonna stop doing it. No, he's gonna keep going.
You know what? She should not have been there as a kid. She should have just been some girl he met, and then you could leave it to your imagination, like, oh, she got it at a point where she was in prom. Like, you ain't trapping no 8-year-old. Like, no, what, 14-year-old? Mm-hmm. You ain't keeping a 14-year-old around that long.
think it was to show that she was blinded by the lifestyle. Well, and the money kept flowing, so she wasn't.
14?
Yeah, that's what he's trying to say, bro. The money just kept flowing.
Well, he did throw that jewelry on her.
There is that. I mean, that's the kind of a part of like The Sopranos, where like Tony Soprano's wife, she has a moral confliction because she's Catholic and he's lives a life of sin and blood money, but she loves the fucking lifestyle. She loves the mansion. She loves that her daughter goes to Columbia. I guess they're going for a similar thing there, but like at least she was like 18 when she met Tony. In that show. This is like a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, it's a little bit too crazy.
He was like, I'm saying though, this is a 14-year-old girl. It's slightly different. Yeah. No, you're right, bro, because as a 14-year-old girl, that's not fully her mindset, but I think that's why they kept showing that she had the same jewelry on when she grew up to show like that she's would never leave. Yeah, she's mature and she would never leave. Immature. Yeah, she's immature, she would never leave. But it was the lifestyle. Like, she was caught up by this dude, by how he was and how he took care of her. And she never had to work again. Like, she basically was just living off of his money.
Help with some bills, some medical bills.
But as I said, they needed, if the movie was going to take this long, then they needed a scene where a teacher was just like, you was going to become the greatest athlete or whatever she was going to become.
Nah.
And then just be like, you threw it all away for him.
Nah, it don't even matter because it's about Tristan, you know that.
Have you ever heard of the phrase, whose man's is this?
I've heard this man. Yeah, my man's.
No. We mean it more in a negative way.
Yeah, like a negative way. Like, you ever heard somebody go, yo, whose man's is this?
Okay, no, not like that.
That's all good. That's all good. So basically, that phrase just means like somebody's doing too much, or they're embarrassing, or they're acting up, anything of that nature. Okay. And that's when a person in the hood would yell out.
They're embarrassing themselves, basically.
Whose man's is this?
Whose man's
and basically, like, hey, does anybody know this person?
Yeah, right. Whose man's is this? Does anybody know this person? Because they are doing the most. They are extra. So now knowing that, is there a person in this movie that you would look and say, yo, whose man's is this?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Let's see.
I think you already gave the answer with Homegirl.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Well, the character-wise, yeah, she's an idiot. But they all suck.
Yeah.
Like, no, I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, we kind of like.
It's really everyone.
Well, I just thought everybody like I said, all the characters were just bad, stupid people. Mm. I guess again, I never liked what was his name, Eddie. He just run. He always shoots Tristan at one point, and then he's shocked at the end when he shoots the other guy. He's like, "What the fuck, dude? You shot this guy?" And he's like, "Well, dude, bro, you can't trust him. He was gonna pull a gun on you before, so you know that he's just like he's not. He doesn't got no loyalty." They all whack, honestly.
Yeah, this is a hard one. I'm gonna have to go with E-Bone. No.
Yeah, E-Bone.
Yeah,
that's the guy.
The one who Brian Hammond played that got a growth spurt for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically the live wire of the crew. Of course, he's a live wire. Then he ends up he turned on them anyway.
Yeah, he turns on them.
That's what I was saying. He turns on everybody in the end.
Yeah.
Did he give anybody like low-key, like Terrence Howard vibes? Anybody?
Nah.
I just whack. Yeah.
No, it doesn't make you act. That's how you feel.
I felt like if this had more money, they would have gotten like a Terrence Howard type.
Yeah, I can see that.
Maybe. I can see that. Yeah.
Nah, it's funnier when it's not.
No, it's funnier when it's not.
Because I don't know who he's... I don't know who like that. I knew the guy from New Jack City, and I know...
I actually got to say, like, I was cool with that transformation of his character because... when he was coming up as a kid, I kept laughing at the fact that like his shirts was buttoned all the way to the top, all tight, because he was kind of stuck between the line of like trying to be a good kid but trying to be a gangster, and then now he's like, nah, this is the life. I'm a gangster forever till I die, and then unfortunately once the cops...
I mean, he was the one that took it out the goddamn schools in the first place.
Yeah, because he wanted to be a gangster. He was trying to blur the lines, and then he realized he can't blur the lines. It's one of the
That's
other.
when they really lost control.
Yeah, when they couldn't blur the lines
and
anymore.
then they had to go kill the other guys.
And they had to go hard.
It was a
So when they
horrible
went
shootout.
right, that was the first of many horrible shootouts. So when they actually, when he actually got to that point, he was like, "Yo, fuck it, this is my lifestyle." And then once the cops tricked him, he went back to being the scared kid we know. He was like, "They tricked me, man. I don't know what to do." So yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I just felt like I could see why they made him that way, and I think it did work.
Yeah, this movie worked.
Yeah.
Nah, there's a few things work. It's just,
I like that.
It's just, it still goes too long to get there. Like the last 30 minutes is kind of fire. Then when it all literally falls apart, they start doing like plot twist.
Yeah.
Fucking Tales from the Hood guys like a black kingpin, but not fat and not fighting.
Yeah.
I gotta say too, like I don't think like realistically speaking, some like foot soldier for the mob will get over on the boss.
No, what? Man, it's fantasy, bro. Come on. He had that girl from 14. This shit ain't real. This is a fantasy. This is a fantasy Boston.
Yeah, I also felt like this is
Where's everybody's accent too?
Oh, Boston, you ain't gonna get that from no black people, dog.
I mean,
come on now. Come on.
Nah, they ain't
you ain't getting that from no black people.
I don't think they really
Sorry.
have.
It's there. Trust me. I've met black people from Boston.
You sound like that?
And they do have it. It's there.
Yeah.
But it ain't that strong compared to like
Don't they got
the
their
Ben
own
Afflecks
slang?
and all of that, huh?
They got their own slang, though.
Yeah, I
got
mean,
their
it's
own
similar to New York.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that makes sense.
this, because who's from Massachusetts? New Edition, Benzino. And those guys don't sound. They sound like they from here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not. That's why I said I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm just saying like, there's the white version of Boston slang, and then there's the black version of Boston slang. And the black version is like it's slightly there, but you still gonna hear that yo yo yo. So
I don't spend a lot of time in Boston, so it's like
Me neither.
neither do I. It's just once I met that one friend and she said dollar, and the Bostonian accent came out, I was like, oh snap, they really do. So I was like, all right, and she got really mad at us because we kept wanting to hear it. Like, yo, how much is it? And she was like, I'm not saying it again. So we were
Hey,
like,
listen.
that was fair.
She was right, too.
She was right because that would have been the flip side. She's like, yo, you say dollar, and we're like, damn, you got it.
Yeah.
New Yorkers
Let
say
me
it
go
weird
find
too.
a word you say that ain't quite right.
Right. So this is one of those rare movies where I could honestly say like,
It's
there's
really-
almost not a character that I can't say whose man's is this to. Like, majority.
Even the girl, bro.
Yeah.
The ending pissed me off so bad. First of all,
What happened to her friends? She had a whole crew.
oh, they been gone.
Yeah, so I'm like, what
Cracked
happened to
out.
them?
Oh, we ain't talking about the family.
Right.
man.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah. So you see,
That was such an
the family, his family, first off, this man had a little sister who was a bright young lady.
Tristan, by the way.
Yeah, Tristan, you're right. A bright young lady
No,
doing
man,
her
our
thing.
hero.
They find out 12 years later that she is a full-blown crackhead.
Crackhead.
Cracked out her mind.
Mm-hmm.
She runs up to her brother. Her brother's like, yo, you need help, da-da-da, what's up? And instead of being like, yeah, I need help, please help me, she's like, yeah, help me with that rock. Nigga, like, what's up? I need the rock. And everything was fine, because we've seen this in movies before. Like, yo, let me get a hit.
They
And
turn
she
it up
looked
here.
right in her brother's face and was like, yo, I'll suck you off right now. He was like, what? I said, wait a minute. I ain't never... Nah.
It was unnecessary.
That was an unnecessary scene,
It was
man.
overwritten. It was
That was unnecessary.
like, fam.
We
she's
need
already
that. You
cracked
get it.
out.
She was a crackhead. Look at
Yeah.
the way she was dressed. Look at her face.
You already had random crackheads that cack them in the street. We got it. This place is bad.
And how did they keep going? It
Yeah,
was like,
don't
yo,
stop.
not only did she offer to give this man sexual favors, but then she fainted and it ended up in a hospital. And it was like she basically in critical condition.
Yeah.
I was like, how did she go from I'll suck you off to please God help me? How did that happen?
Her body was
that,
shutting down, bro.
Yeah, off the suck off? She didn't
No,
even get to
her
do
body.
it.
No, her body. Her brain was gonna malfunction. Shit. That's why she said
That's why
that.
she's like, I suck my brother off. She thought about it. It was like,
Tragic. It ain't funny, but goddamn, man.
It is because it's a movie. If it was
Yeah.
real life, I'd be like, all right, we're
This
monsters.
movie's very unintentionally very funny.
Unintentionally, bro.
It's like one thing I would say, like anybody who watches, it is kind of like a good bad movie.
Yeah,
like
I
it's
could
not
say
like
that.
horrendously
Yeah.
like don't watch this.
Yeah.
It's like I was laughing just at like just some of the horrible like voiceover dialogue, like
Yeah.
I mean everywhere from like Twinkie keeps telling us off. Never dawned on us to ask why.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some of the dialogue.
Some of the
is
dialogue was weird. Yeah, you're right. It was queer conversations. Even when
But even he said some shy shit to the father.
oh yeah, when the dad was like,
The dad was like, yo.
he said, why you keep doing this son like that? Cause I'm
We
good
were
at it.
chill. Yeah, he was like, I want to tell him, I want him to say, like, I'm good at it. Like, what the fuck kind of answer is that?
But that's an answer you hear in like a movie where the father forbids you from doing like
Right.
basketball or rapping or something
He
like
deserves
that.
that. You can't use that for this. Fuck out of here.
You can't.
Yeah.
Why you keep doing this illegal activity? It can either get you jet or in jail.
Your
'Cause I'm
sister
good
is
at
just
it.
offering to suck you off. That should have been a wake-up call.
Well, another thing too is like, I mean, you kind of indicated when has his uncle Rob, who's really a dick too. You know, but usually when you're homies with your uncle, it's because your father's a prick.
Right.
You know, and
I don't know. That's yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Sometimes.
I'll always say this about uncles. Uncles can be aunts and uncles are cool because they can be the best parts of your parents without the direct responsibility of raising you.
Yeah.
So they can just be cool and give you wisdom and you listen to them because you feel like they love you and respect you. Parents is always a gray area. Wisdom. Anyway. Anyway, but it was such like tagged on at the end. His relationship with his parents. It was like we didn't need this.
A lot of stuff.
Subplot and all.
They wanted you to show you how savage he got.
I guess, but
Yeah.
nobody's afraid of that guy.
Tristan.
Nobody's afraid of Tristan.
I mean,
You think?
when he grew up, they was. But I mean, his family just felt like, yo, if you're gonna keep doing this crazy stuff, we gotta
I mean,
stay
he
away
is a
from him.
murderer.
He's a murderer.
They know what he's doing.
They know what he's doing. They just stayed away from him because they was like, we don't want that over here. We don't want people coming for us because they think we rocking with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the sister thing, I think they could have at least been like, yo, bro, not gonna hold you,
Introduce
but
that
your
earlier.
sister is like, introduce that earlier and be like, yo, your sister is like, you know,
They
she
also
wildin'.
said they didn't know where she was at.
They didn't, but they could have at least called him.
Yeah,
Have you
sure.
seen her? And if you knew she was a crackhead, the first person I'm calling is the guy that distributed the crack. Would have been like, yo, bro, have you seen your sister? But they used her to say towards the end, because I've seen this in many drug shows. They used her to say like, yo, this was the tipping point for him. This was his way of being like, I can't do this anymore.
He did want to get out. to be
Yeah, and he
fair.
wanted to
Just-
get out, and he used it to say like, this is a straw that broke the camel's back.
Then the cops come in, and you find out they're actually not working for the cops. They're working for Black Kingpin,
Yeah.
that was a good reveal. Like, God damn.
Yeah, but they were very bad cops.
Yeah, they're corrupt.
No, I meant like they were bad.
Oh, like
Just
acting
terrible
wise,
cops.
technical.
Probably not even acting. They acted like your typical cops. But that's
But they
where.
were like hella aggressive too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like without like, you're never gonna get someone to flip on her husband, a wife to flip on her
Well,
husband.
I don't think they were trying to get him to flip. I think they were just trying to get him out.
Yeah.
They weren't working for the department.
They was trying to get him. They knew that he was smart enough that if he removed himself from the picture, everything would come crumbling down, and they could be done with it. But then they also knew that he would be smart enough to turn on everybody and turn them in, and offer himself some type of immunity.
Because why would the cops even say you can take the drugs? We don't care about that.
Yeah.
Like, aren't you the cops?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
They're
you
like,
take the
somebody's
drugs?
gonna flip.
Yeah.
We don't care about the drugs.
Yeah.
But that's when you find out that's why they didn't care about the drugs, because it
Yeah.
was his drugs.
Yeah.
They're like, we're not gonna take his drugs back to him. He don't care about that.
Yeah.
But it also, those cops are bad in terms of acting, because it goes back to what you were saying. These guys should have had the Boston accent. These guys should have had the
If
Boston
anybody,
accent.
that makes sense.
Only two out of 4 or 5 white guys in the movie. They should have had it. Even the whole from later. Her and her man didn't even have the Boston accent. They sound like they live right up the street.
Yeah.
Oh, good point. Oh, at the end.
Yeah, when they decided like now's the right time to say the N-word.
Hard.
The hard. They were like,
N-word.
I was like, we ain't having for the whole movie, and it was like, this is the moment. This
N-word
right
horn you
here.
out.
Yeah.
I mean, I get he's angry, but I'm like, come
They
on.
kind of really wanted to use it.
Yeah.
He voted for all the Republicans, so it's all good. Yeah, that's it. The other girl, she stayed alive. She would have definitely been, she would have been voting.
Did the pimp actually kill her? That was all just him framing him.
No, it was that the Black Kingpin guy, who we don't know his name. It's just like
It's Benny.
Benny.
Yeah,
he was telling Twinkie that we can easily frame it
on
on
you.
you.
Yeah.
That you Shot your hoe.
Yeah, and using the black card, like, yo, if they find out that you killed this white girl, you going to jail. Like, it's rap. Like, you getting all that. All that. So, yeah, man, one last question, man. If this movie being as crazy as it was. I love it.
Anything
I love
you about
it.
to say is a no.
Anything you about to say is a no.
You already anticipated the question.
Would you rather, because we're in a year of like reboots and time skip sequels and all of that stuff. Would you have rather like a sequel that just picks up from Tristan's life, or just like to remake the movie for 2024 times?
This is probably like, I think, like, I kind of to bring it back to where we started. Like, this would be interesting as like The Town, but with all black cast. You know, if you really just like took that script and remade it with an all black cast, that'd be interesting. And that it could just be this movie. You know, maybe make them drug dealers instead of like bank robbers, but have that same story beats. Be a much more interesting movie than what this was, and a better director and a better cast and more money, and you get a good picture there.
There you go. There you go.
But no Blue Hill Avenue.
Dude, we don't need more of this.
No Blue Hill Avenue to Electric Boogaloo. None of that. No.
I mean, we got Snowfall now. We don't need to do these anymore.
Snowfall?
Yeah.
Hood, yeah, well, now that show ended, brother.
I mean, you can watch it.
Oh.
The whole show. My point is the whole show versus the
I mean,
movie.
there are a lot of, there's the Power Universe, there's BMF.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Listen, this flopped on his face.
You count Atlanta? I only saw the pilot, but would you count Atlanta?
It's not a drug dealing show. It's more. It's just it's a hood show, but it's not a drug dealing show.
Okay, but it is a hood.
Yeah. But we meant it in terms of like drug dealing.
Yeah, like
shows
it's about that.
Because they're more just like, they're rappers. They do drugs, but the show ain't about them selling it. Yeah. Okay. So we saying more like the show Power, the show BMF, Blowing Money Fast, the show Snowfall. Top Boy. There's so many shows. Even if they end, there's another show that's gonna take its place about drug dealing in the hood.
Yeah. And they're all relatively okay.
They're all relatively okay.
So,
yeah. And the greatest one still to this day is The Wire.
Yeah.
So
this had to crawl. Those shows walk so this can flop around.
Yeah. Shows like The Wire. Yeah. And a movie like Blue Hill Avenue allowed a lot of these filmmakers and TV producers and all that to say, okay, if we don't do that. But just still focus around drug dealing. I think we'll make something all right. Yeah. I think we'll be all right. So we do agree with you, and we stand with you when we say that we don't need this to keep going. Usually I'll try to go against it and be like, maybe we need a sequel. No, we don't.
Only that could kind of work is like showing what the hell happened in 12 years. But then
like another 12 years with Tristan or something. Or, well, it's 2024. He's older now.
No, I mean in between the 12-year gap.
Oh, yeah, you can show that, yeah. Or if he does have a kid and he's like, he found his old friends.
Nah, I don't want to see that. I hated that ending, bro. The way they looked at the camera like they did something great, then had a little girl posted up like, you didn't do a goddamn thing.
That part had me crying. They showed it in there like, I was here.
Yeah, I had a montage of the little kids as little kids.
Yeah. She was a part of it.
She was just in there like, she didn't do anything.
She just stayed loyal. Okay, cool. But she didn't help distribute, supply, nothing. She had nothing to do with the business except showing up.
I wonder if that was like a thing negotiated by her agent.
The little kid, like, I gotta be in the shot.
No, look, you have to make her feel like she's like more important than she really is.
I hope not. I really hope.
To be fair,
really hope
she was
not.
the only girl in their crew in that sense. Like, he scooped her.
They didn't even like her.
Yeah, they clearly ain't like her friends. We ain't see them friends.
Hilarious.
She grew up and never talked to none of them again. Like, she had a whole squad when they first showed her. She had a squad of chicks.
Hey, listen.
And none of the friends was like, yo, let me get her friend though. Nah, they was like, let's get these drugs. Forget them.
I would say that there's no time. I mean, we already established that this had horrible pacing, but for her to have a scene where she was hanging out with her friends, but they could even have a line of dialogue to say, why don't you hang out with Monique?
Yeah.
She's tripping.
Yeah, exactly. Like none of his friends was like, yo, let's go with homie over there. Homegirl is fine. They was just like, man, he trying to get a girl. Well, she got 3 friends. I don't care. Let's get these drugs.
Hey, listen, that's why they were on top for a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. We even said, like, what was it, like, she was the ugliest one in the group, right?
I mean, in terms of her friends, nah, I was just saying there was a girl behind it that would look like, you know, more of like the approachable type.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna rate little kids, but I'm saying is, we're not here rating little kids. We're just saying like, there was one girl in the crew that was like behind her, like, I could do better than this. That's probably what happened. Like, oh, you want to get the drug dealer? All right, I'm out. Because that's what they need. They need a movie where they're like, yo, what happened to your friends? Well, one of them is a CEO of a firm. The other one is like the best lawyer in the state. Like, just like all her friends did better in life to her. Like, they all just good.
No, because she wanted to be the mob wife.
She wanted to be the mob wife, but one of them is at the Oscars right now. Like, oh my God, you know, something like that. Like anything. Somebody's a mayor. That would have been the funniest part. Like the cops was like, "Yo, we gotta bring you in." And Tristan's like, "Why? The mayor want to see you." And the mayor is one of the friends. Yo, your friends turned me down. Y'all going down.
That would be insane.
Y'all ain't vote for me. I know y'all ain't vote for me. Fucking criminals.
That would be a better movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The mayor's like trying to take you down.
Trying to take you down. You find out the mayor.
Yep. Bitch from like from 14.
Yeah, like remember me? When your fucking friend said I was whack. Like, whole that. Yeah, fuck you and fuck Blue Hill Avenue. That place was trash. So yeah, but funny. If they did do that, that's just us being stupid. But yeah, we cool with it. This movie was that's all we want to say. It was it was funny.
I was entertained.
It was entertained because that's how it is with hood films. Even if they bad, you're gonna find the fun out of it because you gotta do something with these 2 hours. Yeah, any hood movie that's over 90 minutes. It's gonna be some chaos. Yeah, you know what I mean. So T, man, we do want to thank you for joining us on this podcast, doing the movie. Do you feel like you're gonna watch more hood films after this?
Let's see. Nothing by Craig Ross Jr., but I think I'll start with rewatch New Jack City. Maybe I'll watch Count Blackula.
Okay.
I'll go into blaxploitation.
Wow, that's a complete different turn.
I mean, complete different turn. Go any decade you want to go, brother. I mean, it was really more 60s and 70s, but
opened up my eyes to the great. Seriously.
Yeah, they had films back then. Yeah, you good, man. Every decade had different types of hood films, so be prepared for some fun. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
But if you got any social media that you want people to follow you on, let them know.
Yeah, word. All right. Hey, follow me at Really Smart Comedy on all the socials. I just post flyers and clips from shows I'm on and where I'll be. Doing stand up in New York and wherever the hell else I am. And yeah, do that.
I try to find movies he's done. I ain't recognizing not one.
Well, that's why you gotta take his advice. He said don't watch it.
No, I'm sure he's done something. Never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Never mind. I've not heard of any of these.
You already know the vibes. Y'all know where to catch us at. We'll put the links in the description of where you can find us. And we gotta start putting the links in the description for our guests too. Let them follow them too. I don't know how we have not done that in all this time, but
I've been tagging them.
No, I mean when we do descriptions on like YouTube.
I
don't do that. That's on me. But yeah, as always, follow us on Twitter at X, whatever.
His Twitter.
At Welcome to Hood Film, WELCOM, the number 2 Hood Film. And Welcome to My Hood Film podcast on Instagram and TikTok as well. Check us out. We got clips of the show when we can. We're trying to get more stuff out there, but TikTok is changing its game. We had an idea where we were going to put up like songs that came out from hood films. That if it wasn't for hood films, you probably wouldn't know this song. But TikTok is on a vibe where they are just like chopping videos up that, depending on the song. So we're going to take it easy, but we're going to try to get some stuff out there. We're going to try to get some stuff, and we hope you guys stay tuned, all right? So in the meantime, in between time, we're going to catch you next time, because it's your boy Marvin Lattimore.
Tony Francis.
Tommy Smart.
And we are off this, people. Peace.